Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and that is an AMX 13F3 AM. That's the French Tier 6 SPG, and we're on the northeast spawn of Live Oaks. Now this AMX is being driven by JustLeroy, and he's a member of What Arty Noobs, and let's see how he gets on in this battle. And battle commences. Now the AMX 13F3 has a 155mm gun, which makes it slightly more powerful than the 105mm guns that you find on the Tier 4 and Tier 5 artillery. But this one's also quite fast. In fact, the only drawback with the AMX 13F3 is that it actually is quite long on the reload. It's got a very long time to reload its shells. Normally about 26 seconds. So you can't get that many rounds in per minute, but it just means that you have to be careful to hit your target. Okay, centered on that M8A1, rounds out. Lovely hit! Direct hit, 220 hit points, wipes it out with one shot. Excellent strike. Okay, straight into reload. There's a Leopard. It's on the reverse slope. That make it a very difficult shot, but there's a Hellcat there. This is a Tier 6 battle. And he is in the Tier 6 Arty. I think he's judging it's around about there, so he's shooting around in. No result. Now the Leopard's popping up every now and then to have a look. And it's going to be a very difficult shot on that reverse slope, so probably not wise for him to take it. Easier to try and hit the Hellcat, which is sitting in that dip, and he has actually been hit by the other Arty on JustLeroy's team, and that Hellcat moved just in time because he avoided that shell coming in. He's also decided to go onto the other side of the of that river bank, and he's joining the Leopard, which has gone around the corner. Now the AMX has also got a fairly narrow arc, and it suffers from fairly bad reticule bloom when you do move the vehicle, but he's indicating the target on the Hellcat. Round goes in and wipes it out. 220 hit points. Great shot. This is the power of the 155mm gun. It's just so much more powerful than the 105 that you would previously have used in the slightly lower tier French Arty, which makes the AMX 13F3 such a good Arty to play after being so underpowered for previous tiers. It's almost like a revelation. In fact, the French Arty tends to get so much better from Tier 6 upwards. Right, the enemy is firing. He's had some hits against the coal heap there. Okay, that Leopard's been taken out, so he's got no more worries from that. But there were some shots hitting that coal. I can see dust being kicked up. Okay, it's a Largo. It's over by the those hills overlooking the town. But it's gone unsighted, so he's aiming at where it was last seen. He shoots around in. And SU-85 was spotted shortly after he fired. It's a pity, because if he'd realigned the aim on that, I think he probably would have taken that SU-85 out. The Largo is coming in his direction. Okay. Now, if he hugs the edges of the lake, it's going to be a difficult target to hit. But he's indicating near where he thought it was last seen. No, he's decided to go after the KV-2 in the town. And he can hit this KV-2. even though there's all the buildings in the way. He needs the reticule to be tight though, the aim to be certain. Rounds out. And he kills the KV-2. 98 hit points. Good strike. There's a Matilda Black Prince coming up from the south. And he's got the Largo as well. Oh, and there's a T-67's been seen. Oh, and he's very close. He's very close indeed, but he's reloaded. He's manually aiming the shotgun. And he's been hit by the Largo now. This is really difficult because he might actually be taken out by the enemy Arty if he stays in the same position. Okay, he's tempting the T-67 to come round. And he shotguns him in the side. 360 hit points. That's a one-shot kill. And he's moving to get behind cover to avoid being struck by the enemy Arty and that Matilda Black Prince. And, of course, the Largo. And actually, the Largo's been taken out. So it's just the Matilda Black Prince and the enemy Arty that he's worried about now. And he should have been unsighted. There's the splash crater from the enemy Arty. So he can move back out now. Now that Matilda Black Prince is probably retreating back to the enemy cap area to defend it. It'd be very foolish to try and come north. There's the Black Prince. He hasn't moved. He's still trying to come north. That's extremely foolish. But I think that JustLeroy is too close to the coal pits. He's got a red line. Yep, that building is obstructing his field of fire. And if he moves, he's going to have to move out because those coal pits themselves are going to, or the coal heaps are going to obstruct the field of fire as well. In fact, that Matilda is so close, I think he could probably shotgun him. In fact, it's just him and the AMX 105 AM, and he's been hit by the Black Prince. Ooh, and he shoots and shotguns the Black Prince. He received 239 hit points of damage though, that's the problem. And he's been located. The enemy Arty will know where he is now. Oh, except the enemy Arty has now been killed. So he doesn't have to worry about Arty, he just has to worry about that Black Prince. And he's relocating. The Black Prince is firing at him. And he's been hit again. This time it hit the tracks. Or did it? No, it took out his gunner. And the AMX 105 AM has been killed. Now his own team is capping at the moment. But it looks like he's going to have to try and shotgun that Black Prince. So he's holding on this corner. And I think he's going to aim just past the corner. But he needs to know which way is that Matilda going. He's going this way. Right, okay, he's in the right direction. And he shotguns him in the side, but he doesn't kill him. He's on 45 hit points left. Oh dear. And he's suffering from stun himself. And he's taken out by the Black Prince. Oh, that's so unfortunate. But it's certain he's going to win the battle because his own team have only got 48 seconds left on the cap. And the Matilda hasn't got the ability to cap out in time. So all the Matilda can do is either sit in his cap and collect cap points, or to try and drive all the way south, in which case the cap will end whilst he's on the way because he won't be able to drive fast enough to get back. And it looks like the heavy tank number 6 is going to try and take out the Matilda. He's firing at him, and he does. He kills him. And so the battle ends before the cap completes. Oh dear, what a pity. So we can see that JustLeroy managed to get a second-class tanker in that battle. He also picked up a bruiser medal for scoring at least 5 critical hits, module damages, or crew incapacitations. He got a fighter badge because he managed to kill 4 of the enemy. And if we look at the team score, he came top on damage with 1,312 hit points. He also came top on kills with 4, and he came a little way down, second on 697 base experience points. The heavy tank got slightly higher. He fired 9 rounds, 5 were direct hits, 5 penetrations, 2 splash. He did damage of 1,312 hit points, of which 538 were at more than 300 meters. He received 9 hits, 9, which is a huge amount for an SPG, unless of course it was low caliber cannon shells. He received 5 penetrations, 4 non-penetrations. Damage blocked by armor was 75. He also damaged 5 of the enemy and destroyed 4 of them. He caused 2 stuns. He earned 32,945 credits, but he also had a personal reserves bonus running, so he earned 16,473 credits off that. So that gives a total of 49,418 credits. And after repair and ammunition resupply, he takes away 38,018 credits. He received XP of 1,046, times 2 for first victory of the day, and a personal reserves bonus again on top, and he takes away 3,138 experience points. So nice battle there, JustLeroy. Some good shotguns in there. You certainly shotgunned that T67 very, very nicely, right in the side. It's a pity that you left that Black Prince on only 45 hit points. If only it had been a full score, I think that you would have survived for the rest of the battle. But, well, the battle would have been over the moment you shotgunned the Matilda. But all the same, you put up a good fight, and it was worth watching. So thanks for sending the replay in. If you enjoyed this replay, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, because it really helps what Arty Noobs out. And hopefully I will see you in the next replay.